Hello, I am Minecraft Phenom 08, and this is episode 28 of my series in which I will try to collect 1 billion iron ingots. In today's episode, I am going to do a few different things. The first of which is I'm going to quickly upgrade my laser setup in the final basement here. And I'm actually going to do some of that quite a bit of that off camera, because I've done most of it before. I'm also going to move the two lasers I already have set up down there a little bit, because I kind of screwed up in how I placed them as to where I want them. And then I'm going to upgrade my storage system from my Applied Energistics system. Now, the first thing I want to do is go down here, and if you'll notice, I actually had 3 setups down here before, and now I only have 2, and one of them was giving me problems, as in I could not break it. I discovered that there is a way to break these things when you cannot break them, as in, like, say I were to do this and it would not break. You take the assembler and you shift right click, and it will break the blocks even if they are protected, as in you can't break them by other means. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to break down these 2 systems, and I'm going to move them to their where they should be and not where I put them originally, because I kind of screwed up in where I put them originally. So I will be back in a little bit after I have these completely deleted, and then I will reset them in terms of position, and I will put them where I want them. So I'll be right back. Okay, I am back, and I have the 2 laser systems destroyed. Now let's count out exactly where we want this. We're actually going to have the final structure, which is, I think, something like 13 by 13 by 8 or 13 by 13 by 9 up against the sidewall over here, so it doesn't matter as far as positioning there. So it needs to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Needs to be in this column here. But let's move it out from this wall, so we have a, say, 3 by 3 walkway here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I could put it there. 8, 9, 10. If we put it right here, as in the center of the structure, then it should be 3 off the walkway when we have it at its maximum size. I think I can't remember what the size will be right now. I guess what we can do is we can just get rid of the entire area here, and then as we need, we can pave it, or whatever you want to say. So it needs to be, shape will be like this, and then 1, 2. Oh shoot, messed that up. Oh well, not a big deal. The old hole right there. So let's dig this out, and let's go ahead and place a... Now I'm not sure how tall this thing needs to be. I kind of hope it's this tall, because if it's not, I kind of screwed up. A little bit of fall damage never hurt anyone. Not really, that's not true at all. So let's grab our assembler and see if this shapes out to be how it needs to be. Yeah, it looks like I nailed it. Good. And I'm going to build 2 of these tier 3 versions here. I can build the second one off camera because, I mean, you guys don't need to see this over and over again. Okay, so this one's all good to go. And now I'm going to build another one of these, and I'm also going to build a tier 2 version of this guy right here, the void resource miner. So I will be back after I have both of those structures completed where I need them. I will be right back. And finally, I have everything up and running. I have 2 tier 3 of the void ore miners, and I have a tier 2 of the void resource miner. Now, according to my personal calculations here, this system should use about 23,000 RF per tick. currently, I think I'm producing about 26-ish thousand. I'm actually really close, I think, as far as total power draw. I might actually be even a little over budget, which, yeah, it looks like I'm a little over budget. Hopefully my Applied Energistics system keeps its lights on, because that's the most important thing. As long as it's getting enough power, we're all good. Now, the next thing I'm going to do this episode is I'm actually going to look at helping my storage system out. Currently, we're using pretty much these drives, and we have a few black hole units over in one of the other smaller buildings. But we're going to expand the usage of these black hole units. And that's because these things can hold about 2 billion of one type of item, and they are really useful when combined with storage buses. Now, how we're going to set this up is, I only need 16 for right now. I am going to hook this up to my ME system, or my Applied Energistics system. I'm going to do it down here near the controller. I plan on doing it right here in this wall. Now, how I'm going to do this is, I need 8 long, so that's what, 5, 6, 7, 8. What we're going to do here is, first we need to lay down the cable, like so. And I chose colored cable because eventually we may run some cable underneath, and we don't want it to accidentally attach it or hook up to it. So we're using colored cable. If we used the uncolored cable, it can connect with any cable that we might run adjacent to it. So that's why we're using the white cable. Just trying to future-proof this setup a little bit. We're going to do the same thing over here, but let's focus on over here first. Now we need to find some stuff that we have a lot of. So we're going to sort by numbers. We're going to get rid of that. Okay, this already has a black hole unit. Already has. Now this stuff, we don't. Coal, copper, iron, tin. Essentially, I'm just looking what I have a lot of, and I'm going to put it in these black hole units. We're not producing raw mutton over here, so that doesn't matter. Lead, silver, gold. I think that's 8 things. Now let's reorganize this a bit. Actually, you know what? On one side, we can do just ingots, because just to have things a little bit more organized. So that's 8 different types of ingots. And what we're gonna do here is we're gonna say, I want you to store iron, and I want you to do it at a priority of 100. And then this one will be copper and so on and so forth. And hopefully, when we slap down our black hole units here, I hope I didn't. For a second, I thought I skipped something, but I don't think I did. And then after we set down our black hole units here, they should start getting stuff in them, according to what I set up the black hole units as. And this won't happen. Actually, let's go ahead and manually start putting stuff in here. I'm kind of surprised none of them have anything in them yet. Unless I screwed something up, which is always possible. Okay, so to test this out a little bit, what I can do is I can grab some iron, and let's see, we still got 64 in here. Throw these back in. Theoretically, they should have went in here, and they did. So that's good. That's what we want to see. Do we have anything coming in? System must be having... I know what's going on. I screwed up my setup down here. I didn't complete it. So what I didn't complete is I didn't put an import bus on this thing. So let's go down. Let's do that real fast. It shouldn't take but just a minute. I already have the cable coming out. Yeah, like I thought. Okay, so we need import bus. I already have one up here. Okay, so let's just boost ourselves up. Say shoe fly. And then we can, because we have Andy, we can just use this the white cable. And yeah, we already have quite a bit of stuff. Look at that. We already have like 70 coal ore. That's awesome. So let's put these speed, and we should start getting this stuff. So that's why I wasn't getting any new iron or copper or any of that stuff, is because it was not being imported from down here. And as of right now, that is our chief manufacturing of resources. So let's get back down here and let's complete this part of the setup. Okay, so we have a bunch of ingots over here, which is cool. See, we're starting to get stuff now. Let's get rid of some of the spares. Nope, I shouldn't have got rid of that because we're using that. Yeah, that. Okay, so let's go back here. So we did the ingots. Let's do some of the other stuff. So let's see here. Am I not grinding up lapis right now? Shoot. What I'm going to do is I will be right back. I'm going to run. You know what? I can do this on camera. This doesn't take a second. So I apparently forgot to do this earlier. But just to add things to my pulverizers here is I have 2 export buses set up. I just need to add it. This should quickly fill with lapis because I have 13,000 of it that's completely unprocessed. On the flip side here, we can go ahead and grab some lapis and say, yeah, we're going to put these in our black hole units. Okay, now let's find some other stuff. Glowstone. I really don't want to do ore because at some point I will probably process that. But right now it's okay. Let's do some stuff some of the good stuff. And we have one more. Are we missing anything? Let's go ahead and do mob drops because we're still getting a lot of mob drops, obviously. I have about 10,000 rotten flesh, so doing well there, thanks to my little spawn system. Now let's set up this side of the system. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And it's pretty much the same exact. I'm going to set it up the same exact way. This system just helps our storage cells not to become cluttered with the same few items. Oh my goodness. Good. I was kind of afraid I would have to dig out part of the wall to get that back. Okay, so let's set this up in kind of the same way. I'm surprised I don't have more coal than... Actually, I might have more coal than Certus. Not Certus. My goodness, the nether quartz. Okay, and the rotten flesh is last. Slap these guys in, and then lock. I'm glad that these things have the lock feature here. It's kind of cool. That way you don't accidentally get a bunch of crap that you didn't intend to be in here. Although since it's, I think, set up correctly, I shouldn't have that problem. So yeah, that's kind of cool. I will be back in a bit after I think of another project to do, because right now I don't have anything on the docket, but we'll come back when I have something to do. And I'm back, and for our next project, we are going to install some upgrades on our automatic processing down here in the basement. Now, what we are going to do is we are going to take these conversion kits that I made up, and we are going to apply them to all these machines. Now, let's remember that we have a bunch of machines behind this wall, and so we have to upgrade those as well. So what we're going to do is I'm not sure if I can get back here or not. Let's see if I can. Okay, I think this will work. What I can do for these back ones is just dig in behind here, and I should be able to get to all of those. Hopefully a bunch of sand doesn't fall on me, because I'm halfway convinced that that is about to happen. But so far we've been lucky. We're almost like halfway there. So also, in addition to installing these conversion kits, we are going to be installing auxiliary reception coils, which will speed up the machines dramatically. There we go. There's the sand I was worried about. Oh well. Nothing you can do. Are we done? We're done. Okay, now hopefully... Okay, now that's all the tops, I think. And one more. Okay, now we need to install these guys. That's not much of a problem, just... And as you can see, it also changes the amount of buffer power that they can hold as well, from 60,000 to 300,000, at least for the regular machines. If I had to guess, the Magma Crucible can actually hold a little bit more, but I'm not 100% sure if it can or not. But I'm actually going to do the rest of them off camera, because you get the idea, just the same thing over and over again. So I will be back after I have all of this completed. And we are all back. We have all of the machines in this wall here upgraded, and they all have auxiliary reception coils, which will speed them up a lot. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to run over here to this building, and we are going to upgrade those machines as well. We're actually going to do a little bit something different for the pulverizers though. First we'll just slap all these guys on, and actually just slapping these on alone can speed these machines up just a little bit. And then we'll go ahead and do these as well. For these guys, we can go ahead and put in the reception coils. It actually won't help a whole lot, because everything so far that these guys process is first processed over here, so they're kind of limited by that, as of right now anyways. But in the future, that might change a little bit. We will see exactly how I decide to process things in the future. It'll probably be a little bit different, at least for some things. Right now, we can go ahead and get rid of that stuff. Now, what we need are these guys. They're auxiliary sieves. What they do is, let's see here if we can't find it. It increases the chances of a secondary output. Now, if we, let's just look at iron ore, for example. When we process this with a pulverizer, there's a 10% chance we get some nickel dust as well. If we add 4 of these guys, this chance will go up quite a bit. I'm not sure exactly how much, but it is a significant amount. Let's see if there's any. Also, by processing tin ore and aluminum ore, we have a secondary chance to get iron on both these guys. What that will do is increase our iron yield by throwing all of these upgrades in here. So let's go ahead and do that. And now we should be getting some more iron and some more stuff in general, which is always good. Now I think I'm gonna try one more thing here in this episode, and that is, I've had these guys over here for a while, and I've said I want to process redstone through them. And right now I have a lot of redstone ore, and what we can process them into is blocks of redstone, which our Applied Energistics system can go ahead and process the blocks of redstone into redstone as we need it. If we were to process redstone ore through a pulverizer, we get 6 and a chance at cinnabar. Actually, that's kind of tasty. Let's look at what we can get with the induction smelter. Actually, I like that better because of the increased chance of this guy. In addition, we can grab, let's say, Heck, let's just go 8 of these guys, because we can use these in here as well. Now we need 2 conversion kits and those augments. Come on, there we go. Now let's grab some flux duct and let's get started. For right now, I think I'm just gonna have these 2 guys over here. We want the rich slag, which we will probably be using later. We won't be using it right now. And now, let's see here. How do I want to do this? We can... There are several ways I could probably do this. Okay, the top can be out. I know that. Okay, let's have the sides be the flux spot, and we can have that unlocked, I think. Yeah, let's do it that way for right now. We might have to change this, but oh well. And then the bottom slot can be the second input. It can be purple. There we go. Let me grab a shovel, because I have some sand here. I don't have a shovel. Shoot. I will be right back after I grab a nice old diamond shovel. And I am back. I have grabbed quite a few things that I'm going to need for this setup, including a 2 material stonework factory. And that's going to be to make sand. And I think I grabbed everything I need, so let's go ahead and dig this out. We are going to need to run this over somewhere, over here anyways. So let's get down here and see how we're going to route this. We need the power as well. So we are going to have the stoneworks factories right here. We are going to have item duct, and I don't have regular item duct. I just want to use regular item duct for these guys though. Let's grab 2 of those. And they can be right here, and we need to wrench these so as to not to get crap in here. Blah, blah, blah. Now we have 2 hardened servos, and we are going to put these here. We're going to say whitelist sand, and you will be always on, and you will also be whitelisting sand as always on, and you will need power as well. Okay, that should work. Now we need the signalum plated item duct. And we can route this. I actually have some covers, I think, that I can use. I haven't used these before, and I was playing around with them before the episode. And they seem to me like they work kind of like the old covers. I can't remember what mod added the covers, to be honest. But, yeah. There was covers in 1.10, and I can't remember which mod added them, but they were pretty useful in certain applications. And I think I'm going to use one over here to cover this guy up. Now, how we can route this is... And we can use a cover there, I think, as well. And here. Let's see if we can't do that right now. See, that look... Shoot, I messed that up. Grr. I think I have the right idea here. Because I think this will work well. But that should give us power once we hook this up right here. And then we can set... I think I already have these set to input on the bottom, which is what we need. We need to import some stuff into, let's say, modular storage right down here. And by stuff, I mean redstone. You will always be on export bus. You will be for redstone. I guess I need to put this in here to make it work. And then we need some some of this right here. Glad it was pulled up because I couldn't think of what it was called for a second. Okay, now I need to set up these guys. This needs to be grind and grind, if I remember right. Yes, double grind. Okay, and that should work. I don't know how gold got in here. What I think I might need, I think I know what I need to do, is one of these needs to be a regular item duct. No, a regular flex duct, my bad. Confusing my things. We'll just slap down one of these guys. Because I'm getting items that I'm not intending to get are flowing into these. Like this. Don't want that. I actually want some speed upgrades for these. Because they do not appear to be going real fast. Okay, let's throw most of this stuff back. Are we getting redstone? We're getting redstone. Cool. And this should give us quite a bit of redstone. Nice. Oh, I need one more cover. Shoot. Cover there. Speed these guys up. Okay, I think I am at the point where we can wrap this episode up. In today's episode, I managed to set up some redstone processing. I managed to upgrade a bunch of machines throughout my base, both in my automatic processing and my underground AE automation. And I upgraded my laser system in the final basement down there. As of right now, oh, that's not iron, that's iron. I have about 39,000 iron ingots, which is a decent upgrade over what I've had in the past. We're getting there. I think at some point in the next couple weeks, I will get to a point to where we are making significantly more iron than we are right now. But that's just looking ahead. That's just speculation. We'll see how it plays out. This is Minecraft Phenom 08, and I will see you next time.